Okay, my name's Zakashi, guys, and I'm sure you guys have had a bad experience summoning for ultras. Surely everybody watching this video has had one bad experience summoning for ultras, whether it took you so many chrono crystals to get one copy or you never even got the ultra. Let me know in the comment section below your experience. For me, I spent 90,000 chrono crystals trying to get ultra Goji blue to 14 stars. Not a good time. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that it's not a good time. It's not a good time at all. I'm sure you guys have your own, so let me know what it's like. But the question here that we're going to talk about is, are they worth the money? Are they worth the money? And I'm sure a lot of you guys will say yeah. But then if you think about if you could 14 star or actually get a lot of Legends Limited off a LL banner, would it be more valuable? If you think about how many chrono crystals you put into an ultra banner, you probably have never put in that many chrono crystals into an LL banner. Mostly not anyways, maybe excluding a few exceptions, maybe like Beast Gohan. So I want to talk about if they're really actually worth the value, and we're going to talk about the ones we have in game and maybe some that we can get in the future. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video, man. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. All my social media links going to be on the bottom of the screen. This is the YouTube channel. We've got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. Whoa, I started there. So make sure to check me out on all of those. But yeah, follow me on Twitter more than anything else, man. Casual place for me to just talk about anything regarding Legends or anything at all, actually. It's a good vibe there. If you have Twitter, go ahead and follow me. But yeah, I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's actually get into the video now. Okay, so I think what we should look at is actually the ultras we have in-game, specifically the summonable ultras, of course, and actually look at their longevity first. I feel like the longevity that they have in the game is actually a big factor to whether they'd be worth it or not. Whether you go in 100k, 200k, I'm just throwing out random numbers. Nobody's really going that deep, hopefully. The unit's lifespan is what would actually decide whether how much you spend on it would be worth it or not. If you spent 1k and you actually just got them like that, and then they last for a whole 2 years, bro, you hit the lottery. But even if you spent 50k and they last for 2 years, you still got a unit that was worth it. So I'm gonna start with the first one, obviously Ultra Super Go GR. He lasted for a long time, and I feel like his value is there in the game. If anything, he'll be due a platinum equip, but we've only got 2 platinum equip for ultras. We've got the Super Saiyan Goku, he has one, and the Vegeta, he has one. Omega Shenron hasn't got one yet, but he's the third free to play. But the first summonable one, he could be due a platinum equip. Maybe it might take him a bit longer. I feel like anytime soon expecting that would be ridiculous, because he's already lived literally a whole year surviving with a very, let's say, more lackluster team, maybe until Ultra Super Vegeta dropped. He was really very much fending for himself, but his value is definitely there. His damage is just a lot less than what it once was, and I've got him at 14 stars saying that, especially with the people that have like power crept him, Beast Gohan being the biggest one. This guy's value has just literally gone down unless you're specifically using him on Fusion Warriors. The equipment, even that he's got, the new Platinum Awakened, isn't necessarily bringing him that much more to life, but you can still see value out of him. Let's go to the second one. We got Kaioken here. Now I feel like this one here, his longevity was clipped so fast, and he'll probably be the first one to get a platinum equip out of any of the ultras. Specifically because we've seen that they are buffing USS at the time of making this video. LF Android 17 just came out, and this guy is a universe rep. So I could see this guy getting a platinum equip very fast, and if he does rerun anytime soon, you might want to get a copy on him, because if he gets a platinum equip, he would be a very, very good unit for the universe rep team that is actually being formed. USS, Rival Universe, USS more so because it fits both Universe 7 members and other universe members. So Kaioken, I feel like he was very, very good, and he's got some things that are actually just like, but his life was not very long, and he's very much due a platinum equip more than any other ultra, in my opinion. The summonable ones anyways. Let's go to the next one, Ultra Super Vegeta. I feel like this guy's longevity is solidified in the game. He's got a lot of things that will keep him alive late game. He's very strong defensively. He's one of the only yellows in the game that can do consistently good damage. He builds up sustained damage up. Vanish Restore off the main ability. A lot of good things that keep him alive. I'd say pretty much the only thing that makes it difficult to go for this guy is the fact that there's 2 other Fusion Warrior summonable ultras. So if you spend on this guy, you have to also think about spending on the 2 others to make the team. So it'll be difficult to get this guy started up, honestly, if you're not picking favorites at least. But speaking on him alone, he's definitely a unit that has a lot of longevity. I can see this guy actually just being used consistently. Don't forget he's got endurance as well, so he can be used on numerous teams if you put him on the leader slot. And actually applying on the leader slot is actually how you get the maximum out of his ultra ability anyways. So I feel like his longevity makes him worth it. And then of course Ultra Gogeta Blue, it's very obvious that this guy's going to live a long time. Just based on his kit, he can nullify rising endurances off his Rising Rush. He gets a Vanish Step. He gets his Vanish Gauge refilled off the Rising Rush. Main ability destroys all of his enemy cards. Green card restores his gauge as well. After a certain amount of time accounts, he goes type neutral. His gauge itself is very, very important because you literally destroy all of the enemy strikes, and then when they do a blast or a beam green or a blue card beam, it literally will activate the counter and he can chain a blue card or ultimate. It's insane. So Ultra Gogeta Blue, I feel like he's gonna have a lot of value as well. So if I'm talking about the ultras, they pretty much all have a lot of longevity, but it's more so situational. Except Kaoken. I didn't touch on Broly. I skipped Broly. I'm not even gonna lie, I shouldn't have done that. But he's more so valuable for his defenses. Even though he's a melee type, his longevity relies on the fact that he will be absorbing damage and literally being able to just cut off the combo. Outside of that, I feel like he kind of fits in the Kaoken category. I don't see him getting a platinum equip because he does what he's good at. Fill his gauge, solidifies the end of the combo. It locks it off. So he does what he's good at. I don't see him getting a platinum equip over anybody else. I'd say the first two to get a platinum equip out of anybody else, besides from Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, would be Omega Shenron and Kaoken. Omega Shenron because he's free to play. He needs to join the group, and Kaoken because he's just obviously the least valuable summonable ultra, especially in terms of his longevity. But specifically because USS is getting buffed, I feel like he will actually get a platinum equip so quickly, and then his rerun will happen. Chrono Crystals, everybody's losing theirs. So I just want to bring that up. That's in terms of their longevity. To conclude, I feel like all ultras will have value on release. That's every unit nowadays. The boost system has made it so that no matter what unit releases, they're gonna have some value for at least a month, and that's actually quite misleading. So it's very difficult to gauge what is actually valuable for long term. But there are a few things I might want to point out, and I might make this a separate video. But I would definitely say endurance is a big factor. Having endurance makes it so that you will last a long time. Being able to actually nullify endurance very easily, very good thing. So for example, USG has 2 ultimates, and when he lands 1 ultimate, he nullifies endurance for 30 time accounts. USV doesn't have many ways of doing that, but his ultimate builds up through the sustained damage up, and then he's able to do a big ultimate that will probably nullify your endurance. UGB versus Rush, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Kaoken and Broly lack something like that. Kaoken does, but his damage is less, so you know. Cover changes, they all have that. Broly is a big excel. He excels the most out of that. Besides from that, I wouldn't say there's anything very specific. I'd say it's just how they operate with their own gauge. All of the summonable ultras have a gauge of some sort, so it's more so just how they move around there. So Broly's, he's a defensive type. It's not really something that's gonna be the most valuable with a lot of new oppressors coming into the game, but if you build them the right way, you can get the value out of it. Kaoken, you really have to work for it every single time, spinning it up, filling the gauge, working for it. Everybody knows you're going to be working for it, so it's a lot more predictable. I'd say his gauge is a lot weaker than, for example, UGBs, USGs, and USVs. USV, you literally use it as a counter, get that bit of damage off, no cover, a nullifies cover change when it activates as well for 10 time accounts, I believe. UGB, it works on the defensive end. It's a lot more effective than Broly's because you can literally combo into it when it gets activated after it's filled. And USGs just fills naturally. You don't have to think about it. It's just happening. It's happening 24/7. So their gauge is definitely a feature. But I'm going to go into this more probably in a different video. But that's what I'd say to look out for in terms of longevity when you're thinking of summoning for an Ultra. In conclusion, I would say they're definitely worth it, especially on release. But I'd say only about 60% of the time, maybe 55% of the time, it's actually not that big of a split actually. I mean, it's very big of a split in terms of if they're actually going to be valuable long term. You could say they could be valuable long term depending on the team you run, but you could also say that a lot of these units have units that have replaced them. So USG, he's got Beast Gohan. Broly, he's got UGB.
another Ultra, which is insane. USV, I wouldn't say he has a replacement, but if the Yellow Vegeta Zenkai has become, maybe we could actually see a good Zenkai. Kaioken, I wouldn't really say he got replaced. He's just not good himself, so he had poor longevity, and that he doesn't need to be replaced. But replacing somebody is also another reason why a unit could actually just go downhill, and that's not something you can predict, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully this video was insightful in some way, shape, or form. Let me know what you think about anything I've said in this video. It's just something I wanted to discuss because I literally went on a rabbit hole going for this UGB, and I really felt that pain going deep in for UGB. He caused me a lot of stress, and I shouldn't be going that deep for any character, to be honest. I've usually got a lot of self-restraint, but again, I didn't really fund the summon, so hey, I got lucky on this one. Shout out Michelle, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. All my social media is going to be on the bottom of the screen. This is the YouTube channel. We've got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. I'm going to leave the video like that, though, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Follow me on Twitter if anywhere else. My name is Zakashi, guys. Everybody take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.